of racing prowess.
Contact, we're going to have a yellow right here. 66 at the wall.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy, Alonso. Into pit lane, too.
Watch again, on board Fernando Alonso. Entering turn 4.
Up. That is a lesson every single IndyCar driver learns here. You cannot get on the concrete berm on the inside without loosening up the car. I've done it a couple of times. It is a massive moment, and it's going to be a tough lesson. You cannot touch that. You'll see it again on the onboard. And luckily he missed the attenuator, because he was still probably sliding at 70, 80 miles an hour right there. Could have been a pit speed violation.
Arena's VK was able to find it and qualify fourth as Colton Herta just
Oh,
jumped up to fourth, and Scott Dixon is around.
Uh-oh.
The 5-time champ has made contact with the wall
And hard
a week away
contact.
from the 500.
Looks like he's damaged the rear tires. They're both flat, so he probably lost it off of 4 pretty high, and it's sliding. So the rear's sliding, sliding, sliding. He catches that outside on the rear. Not really heavy damage, so that's good news. And then it just slides all the way down the front straightaway, and at some point the tires are going to pop as they continue to flat spot through the tire. You see the rubber flying off, and there goes the rear tires give up, and had another slight contact on the inside wall, but really no major damage there other than flat tires.
When he gets this inside wall, I'm sure some damage, but it's not huge, so he's obviously going to get the front left corner. It's going to take a little while.
Not hard though, and he hit the left rear, so he was on the line, but it just started sliding up the track, and then he lost the rear. So it seems as though it started out as a push as it went up the track, and the further up the track you get into the gray, and then the gray is the dirty part of the track, and then he lost the rear. You can see he's out of the groove right there, and then lost the rear. He was still on full power. So, you know, as that car comes out of the groove, the rubber in the track, and you get into the dirty part of the track, then it snaps on you, and let's have a listen here.
Story, Aaron McLaren SP in the Ruoff Mortgage.
Dumps the clutch and just loses it on the throttle. As the AJ Foyt, Dalton Kellett guys. Hey, moves to the inside there. Hinchcliffe all over the back. Looks like we've got a problem.
James Davison.
Right front.
Yeah, he's hit the wall. It looks like and the brake is on fire.
Oh my gosh, the
whole wheel is broken apart. So I've never seen anything like that before.
Right front wheel's going to come off in a second. Want you to get it low, get it off the track. Yep.
James Davison in the Dale Coyne entry with Rick Ware Racing, Bird and Bilardi entry.
Wow, that is wild. I've never, ever seen. I don't know why he just doesn't stop.
Well, if you can get to pit lane and they can figure out how to get that wheel off, Paul, I'm sure, now the whole car's going to light up.
That's a big fire. He needs to get out of that car really quickly right now.
This is Australia's James Davison in his 6th Indianapolis 500. And it is over pretty much as quick as it started. What a shame.
Paul, I wonder if it started with rotor temperature. You can see the brake rotor.
Yeah, it's like it's locked on. But you would think if the brakes were locked on, it would just skid the tire. But I have never seen anything like that.
Maybe something stuck in there generated so much rotor temperature. Oh, and then it exploded right there, the wheel. So something horribly wrong.
To aid James Davison.
And a yellow on the track, Lee.
For no obvious reason, just yet. There's a big obvious reason. Marcus Ericsson.
That's a big crash right there. And I believe
Marcus Ericsson had been working really hard to get around VK. Now the car lights up, Paul. What do you see?
I'm right on top of it. His car is on fire, but it's just a turbo fire. But as he's coming off of turn 2 here right in front of me. Oh, it gets a little bit loose right there, and it just flat pancakes the wall in turn 1, and then it slid all the way over to where I was, and it stopped literally right underneath me.
That was a massive hit. Big tank slapper in the dirty air. Ericsson had been working hard to try to make some ground on VK and stay up with the leaders. It's quite shocking that he would be in that kind of situation.
Play. He goes on the inside and just kind of stuffs it in there, and then gets the wake wash and runs it up into the gray and bangs the wall. So
he had a run going on Ben Hanley, and I think he thought Hanley would give him the corner, and then he washed up into the dirty air. Very similar to the Marcus Ericsson impact at the other end of the track. As we ride on board with Rossi. Up ahead, you see Hanley come across the nose of Kellett.
Go low.
Got to be so careful. That's almost an identical accident that Scott Dixon had a couple years ago when the car hit the wall like that, and then it came down across in front of him, and pretty good damage to Dalton's car. But now we're under yellow.
We'll see the green flag first. Let's go. Takuma Sato is not too far behind, and Alexander Rossi as well.
Oh!
Pick up the rookie. There's a spinner.
Conor Daly spins it.
Oh!
A hard hit for, I think,
Oliver Askew.
Lost it in the smoke, and that was a massive hit.
That was nasty.
So it was panic in the back when Conor Daly lit it up and lost it. And then you can't, I would imagine, Townsend, that the smoke he probably couldn't see.
Well, but he was, I mean, he was so fast on.
So here we go. Conor just loses it on the power. He's down way low. Lots of smoke. He's got the throttle wide open. And in the back here, I don't really know what, I don't know if he got touched, but bang, side slap, pancake the wall.
Thank goodness for the safer barrier. Thank goodness for the safer barrier.
I wonder if Conor he got his left front onto that apron that caught out Alonso in practice.
Yeah, I think it might, Townsend, it was maybe just trying to get squared up to get a run on that concrete. You got a great view right here if he touched that concrete. Yeah, he's on the concrete.
Yep.
So on the concrete, it jacks weight in the car, and you're full power, and he loses it, keeps the throttle buried. But it'll be interesting to see if we can get an angle.
Neves and Simon Pagenaud. Look down to the bottom left. He just took evasive action.
Yeah, he just got caught in the smoke and didn't know where the car was. You couldn't see it. I couldn't see it even with the camera, the high angle, and he just was trying to avoid it. And
just had a big oversteer moment there.
So confronting.
Read what happened. Here we go.
You're all clear. One spin out front. Stay high.
It's on the
caution's
out.
What's it for? Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's Alex Palou, the rookie, who had such a glittering time here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That's how it ended for Alex Palou.
High already, and just got up out of the gray.
Exactly.
Tried to get it stopped. He got on the brakes and then kind of just skidded along the short chute wall right there. And I'm over there in the turn 2.
His teammate we saw dive for pit lane. And there's another caution. It's Alexander Rossi. Rossi is out of this 500.
Well, this changes everything because Rossi is now crashed. We've got another yellow. And the split strategy, Townsend, we were talking about it during commercial.
You okay, Alex?
Gannett's up high. Oh, got loose on him.
Wow.
So it's just same thing as, exact same thing as what happened to Ericsson.
Alexander had never finished worse than 7th in
right
this
in front
race.
of me too. See, I'm right there in that suite, and boom, he hits the wall right under.
Is still in front of Sato, circulating much slower.
Big crash
boy.
Into the attenuator.
No. That's right at pit. That's Spencer Pigot.
This is going to cause a red flag for sure because they're going to want to finish this under green.
Right at the pit attenuator, right on the very
end.
end.
Big crash.
Oh boy.
Trauma, huge trauma.
26-year-old Floridian gingerly out of his Hy-Vee Honda. Oh boy. Well, his two teammates from Rahal, Letterman, Lanigan. This is the Citroen Buell Autosport side of the team. And certainly
Replays
not the way he wants.
already way loose, loses it, brushes the wall, not super hard, and then it just hooks itself. And that's the worst case scenario right there.
He's going over 100 miles an hour and comes to effectively a full stop. Listen here.
And that is one ahead.
Yeah.
Who knows what would have happened?
So he gets to see the target, and then he knows that he's in for a wallop of a hit. I've been in that situation before, Paul, and you have too. You simply, I mean, all the